Assalamualaikum everyone. Today I want to present about case study about how a company called Bayer Corporation Science is using CRISPR to change the way we grow food. Okay, my name is Nurul Izzati Iwani binti Tahani and from class L05. Firstly, Bayer is one of the biggest names in the agriculture. They work on improving crops so farmers can grow more food with less damage to the environment. CRISPR is the new tools which is think of it like a pair of super precise scissors for DNA. Scientists can use it for remove bad traits from a plant or add traits that help it survive through pipe-based or stay fresh longer. What's amazing is that something that used to take 10 to 50 years old traditional breeding can now be done in just a few years. This is a big deal for solving problems like climate changes, food shortage, and helping farmers earn more. But using CRISPR in agriculture is not that simple. Different countries have different rules. In the US and Brazil, CRISPR crops are fine, but in Europe, they are treated like older GMOs, which is genetically modified organism, which means long and expensive approval. Then there's a public trust. A lot of people hear gene editing and immediately think it is unsafe, even though CRISPR is more precise. There also has to deal with its link to the Monsanto, which had a bad reputation. On top of that, the patents for CRISPR are mostly in the hands of a few big institutions, so smaller farmers and organizations can always access it. And finally, some people are worried about tampering with nature or the chance of unexpected changes in the DNA. From the innovation management side, there are 4 theories we can apply. CRISPR is a disruptive innovation, which is it changed the game completely in the crop breeding. It works best with open innovation, which is sharing and collaborating, not keeping everything local. Okay, but according to the diffusion of innovation theory, it starts which is the early adopters are in, but the bigger crowd is hesitant because of law and fears. And responsible innovation reminds us that technology is not just about what we can do, but what we should do. So, how can Bayers handle this issue is by, firstly, they could make a version of CRISPR that's open or low cost for non-profit and humanitarian use, like helping farmers in the poor countries. Secondly, they could lead a global CRISPR discussion, which is get scientists, farmers, or government in the same room to agree on the fair rules. Thirdly, we can start on the online platform called CRISPR for Aging in the simple language, which is multiple language, or to explain the benefits and answer comments first. Okay, thirdly, run small pilot project in the countries that already accept CRISPR and use those success stories to combine others. And lastly, be fully transparent, which is use independent ethics checks and even blockchain to trace every code from lab to farm to table. So, of course, this solution have risks too. For example, there could still be fight over patents, misinformation from anti-GMOs, groups, strict government, refusing change, and very technical advice. And Bayer has to balance sharing knowledge with protecting their business. So, here what I recommend is firstly, use a tier license model, which is big companies pay, humanitarian project get free or cheaper access. Secondly, take the lead in the setting fair global rules before others decide for them. Thirdly, invest in the science education program so the public understand CRISPR better. Fourthly, work directly with smallholder farmers to design crops that fit their needs. Fifthly, we must keep close functional teams so scientists, policy experts, and marketers work together. Last but not least, we must do publish open safety reports so that people can see for themselves that the Bayer has the science, but success will depend on the trust, transparency, and making sure this technology benefits everyone, which is not just big companies. If they get it right, it could help secure food for future generations. So what I can summarize and by my opinion is Bayers using CRISPR to keep better sustainable growth, but must overcome rules, mistrust, and ethics by promote openness, education, and global collaboration. Now let's see the overview of what the Bayers Corporation stands to.